And breaking inputs coming in, United States Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has urged Myanmar Army Chief to help and end violence in Rakhine that has forced Rohingya Muslims to flee, and he has also said that those who have fled must be allowed to return home safely. In fact, Tillerson, who paid a visit to to India earlier this week, has also told the army to cooperate with the United Nations to ensure a thorough independent investigation into all allegations of human rights abuses and violations and to ensure accountability. Washington has also announced that it was pushing for targeted sanctions against officers from the Myanmar army involved in violence, while withdrawing invitations to senior members of the security forces to visit the US. And to give us more details on this, we are being joined by our associate editor Aditya Rajkol on the phone line. Aditya, with Rex Tillerson intervening into this issue, you think it will now help arrive at some sort of resolution as far as the Rohingya Muslims are concerned?
Well, not very hopeful, but clearly US is trying to intervene in this matter, and it was raised at the United Nations as well. And now the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, has intervened, of course, and he has made a call with Burma's Armed Forces Commander-in-Chief, Senior General Min Aung Hlaing. So the Secretary Tillerson has spoken to him and asked and expressed concern about the continuing humanitarian crisis that has been reported from the Rakhine state. The Republic had been reporting that, of course, it is not just the refugee crisis, but the minority Hindus were being mercilessly killed and selectively targeted as well. In fact, the Secretary of State has urged Burma's security forces to support the government in ending the violence in Rakhine state and allowing the safe return of home those displaced in the last many months. Of course, Bangladesh and Myanmar have been in touch bilaterally as well for a mutual assistance in this, according to their 1992 joint agreement. But clearly, it's seen how much Myanmar will be on board with the United States, as they claim that it is the Rakhine state terror organization Rohingyas involved in this entire matter.
Right, Aditya, many thanks for joining us and putting this into perspective for us.
Are you at the Leela now, or are you?
I'm at the Leela, not at
Can I just drop in for some time? Because he wanted me to meet you and talk to you for some time.
Yes, I would like to talk about it too.
Sunanda's laptop was seized 8 days later, and her mobile phones were seized 11 days later, with all the crucial data deleted.
You just changed your narrative twice. You first said you got to know.
What narrative? I told you कि I just पहले मुझे ये पता लगा था कि वो बेहोश है. मीडिया से मुझे कंफर्मेशन मुझे पता लगा कि भाई वो चीज में है.
Publication happened in April, when the first April 2014. When the chemical analysis report from CSSL came as negative. I have said to the police. Police especially asked me, is Shashi Tharoor also influenced you? Yes.